The Incredible Dash, adopted by Dennis Rocket Sally, illustrated by the Disney storybook artist, designed by Disney Publishing Global Design Group, inspired by the art and character designs created by Pixar Animation Studios. Hi, my name is Josh. I have superpowers. I can run faster than anyone I know. I can show off speed, my super speed when I'm in my super suit. But when I run on the track team, I pretend to be Noah. I don't want to blow my cover. I always win second place. When we are normal, Dad goes to work. Mom takes care of Jack Jack. My sister Vi and I go to school. Other times, we put on our super suits and fight the bad guys. We always win because we were really the Incredibles. Before I was born, supers ruled. They kept the world safe from bad guys. My dad was Mr. Incredible. He was the best super and always wanted to work alone. My mom, Elastigirl, was famous too. She could slug a criminal from down the block. Smack. Then the supers got into trouble. People stopped wanting to be safe. They start thinking that the supers cause problems. They told the supers to quit being heroes. The supers went into hiding. They pretended to be normal. Mr. Incredible became Bob Breer. Elastic Girl became Helen Breer. Then they had us kids. Vi and I were supers, but Jack Jack was normal. Vi could turn invisible. She also made force fields. Vi and I sometimes use our superpowers when we argue. Mom had a problem with that. Mom had bigger problems with Dad. He still wanted to be a super. One time his boss would not let him save someone. Dad gave him a tiny punch, but it was a super. Dad gave him a tiny push, but it was a super push. Dad lost his job. Then Dad got a message to go on a top secret mission. Dad wanted to go. He can't be a secret. If Dad got caught being a super, our family would have to move again. Dad's mission was to defeat a big robot. It was called the Omnidrome. The droid. The Omnidroid was a smart robot. It was really hard to beat, but Dad was still the best super. He tricked the robot and won. Then Dad got more secret hero work. This time, there was a more powerful android. It defeat Dad. That's when Dad find out that his boss was a bad guy. His name was Sundrone. He creates the army droids. Sundrone wanted to be a super. He had a big plan. He would send the army droid to attack the city. Then he would defeat the army droid himself and look like a super. Dad finds Sardroid's computer. He learned that Sardroid had destroyed most of the supers. Then Android got him. Mom figured out that Dad had not been going to work. She was really mad. Mom packed her super suit. She had to go find Dad. Vi and I got super suits too, but we had to stay at home. Vi and I smacked onto Mom's jet. Mom was not happy about that. But before she got too angry, Sardro attacked us. We landed safely in the ocean. Then Mom became a boat. I got to be the mother, and I used my super speed. When we reached the shore, Mom left Violet and me in a cave for the first time ever. She told us to use our superpowers if the bad guys found us. Cool! Mom went to save Dad. My mom's stretching powers are awesome. Meanwhile, I explored the cave. I saw a huge ball of fire. Fire and I ran for our lives. We made it out of the cave. Then Sardrone's guards raced after us. 5 turned invisible. I ran super fast. Mom found that. They figured out we were in trouble. They raced to the rescue. I could see what they had been the best supers ever. They were surprised at how super Violet and I were too. We were one super family. Then Sardrone trapped us. He used one of his inventions. Since he is not a real super, now Sardrone was really to go through with his plan. He headed into the city to pretend to defeat his own robot. After Sardrone took off, Vi slipped into her force field and escaped. She set us free too. Now we had to stop Sardrone. I saw one of Sardrone's rockets. It was the only thing that could get us to the city in time. Meanwhile, the army droid was wrecking the city. Sardrone pretended to fight the he won't kill for him. His plan was working. Jojo figured out that the army droid figured out that Sojo was trolling it. It knocked out Sojo and the remote control. Mom and had been holding a camber to the rocket. When she let go, we head right toward Sojo and the droid. We soared toward the city in the camper. Just we caught there just in time. Dad wanted to fight alone, just the way he used to be. But Mom said we were a family. We had to fight together. And that's just what we did. The crowd cheered for us, but our work wasn't done yet. Sandra kidnapped Jack, but Jack turned into a fireball, then into a super strong little baby. He was a super too. We defeat Sardron. Awesome! We have the best family. We pretend to be normal. But when a super villain bullies the world, my family, the Incredibles, is there to save the day.